Welcome to Solar Energy Info TV. Today we're going to be talking about solar electric system types. There are basically two types out there. The first is known as grid tied, or may also be called on-grid or utility interactive. The second is off-grid, also known as standalone. Let's look at the grid tied system first. This system is used anywhere where the home or whatever building you're looking at putting solar on is already getting its power from the local grid, that is to say the local electric utility company. By far the majority of the systems in the United States and the world are of this type. Um, Most systems of this type do not have battery backup, and therefore when the grid power goes out, the solar also must shut off for safety reasons. The system is pretty simple and relatively inexpensive. If you add battery backup to the system, which you can do, then when the grid power, your local electricity goes out, when the neighborhood goes brown or black, your home keeps running. And so during the day, you can continue to get the power from your solar panels. And at night, you're also still will have power, and that would come from the batteries, which are tied to your system. So it's a nice way to go, but it does absolutely add costs, significant, pretty significant cost to the system. It can add 25 to 30% additional cost for the battery backup. The other major type, known as off-grid, this is commonly used where there is no utility grid. So think of remote homes, cabins, remote irrigation, or cattle watering for powering pumps. It's a good deal in those situations, like I say, where there is no grid power to compare the costs to. This type of system absolutely has batteries. So the solar charges the batteries during the day. Power is drawn from the batteries at night or on cloudy days when the solar is not making enough power. It almost always has an additional source of backup power, some sort of generator, either gas or diesel. Could be a wind generator, micro hydro, or something else. And that is for the cases of real cloudy winters, in particular, when you might have very cloudy days for weeks on end, and the solar just isn't sufficient to keep providing the power for the facility and charging the batteries during the day. They do cost significantly more than the grid-tied systems, but again, depending on what you're comparing it to, or if you're comparing it to no power at all, the cost is often absolutely worth it. Uh, that's it for today. Until next time.